Welcome to My Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to My Asshole Podcast. Today is Sunday. You know what we got? We got our boy in the house.
Yep.
Got our boy in the studio. He has something to say to Apple.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted it to be clear, Apple. No hard feelings, right? I know in the last episode we did talk a little bit about your behavior, which is, cool with me. I'm part of the clan, though. I got my Apple products right here.
We're part of the cult.
We're part of everything, dude. No hard feelings, all right?
Yep, exactly. This episode is brought to you by Apple. The MacBook Pro runs the show and everything.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. We love Apple over here, all right? My goodness. But we got an exciting episode for you guys. We have some videos to react to as well as our thread, some scenarios. The doctor is in town and he's ready to do surgery. All right, is that right, Riga?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, let's do it. So we're going to check out these videos. I've already watched these videos just to make sure that they were, safe and family appropriate. The first one's probably not super family appropriate, but it's okay. It's all right. We want to get your thoughts on this video, this concept, this idea, and you just give your honest thoughts, all right? So here we go. I'll switch you guys over so you guys can see the screen.
Hookers are 10 times better for young men than having a girlfriend. If you want to save money, you want to be successful, hookers are the way to go. Reason number one, hookers are cheap. They are the financially responsible decision. $500, you have a great night. 2 weeks later, you call her back. Also, you don't gotta order the same hooker every time. If I have pasta every single night, I'm gonna get tired of it. But one night I want steak, one night I want pasta, one night I want sushi, one night I want Rebecca, one night I want Stacy. So for $1,000 or $2,000 a month, you get to crack a couple times and focus on your job, focus on your work. A girlfriend holds you back from all those things. Valentine's Day is coming up. She wants a present, $500 to $1,000. She wants to go to dinner, $250. Cuddle up the next morning, sleep in, go get Starbucks. My whole day's fucking cooked if I have a girlfriend. But a hooker, she knows I'm on my shit. She knows I'm on my grind. I want to be successful. She's gone at 3 a.m., gives me a kiss on the forehead, says, "Have a great day, sweetie. Call me back in 2 weeks." Your girlfriend wants you to text her every day. She wants text nonstop. Where are you? Who are you with? What are you doing? Your hooker doesn't give a fuck who you're with because she's with another guy getting clapped right now. You want to lock in. You want to lose weight, let's say. Your hooker is also your cheat day. On Friday, every other week, you've been on your diet, you've been on your plane, you're losing weight, you want to go get a nice dinner, bring your hooker, go home, clap. Your girlfriend's not going to be okay with you getting one dinner every 2 weeks because you're on plan trying to lose 5 pounds. I'm about to lose 130 pounds when I kick you the fuck out the whip. Just to add some transparency, I've never gotten a hooker, but you should. Hookers
You should.
better for young.
All right. Tell me what you thought about that video.
I could see the concept for sure. He literally said it himself, though. He would never get a hooker. Personally, I don't know how accurate that whole information of like them being cheaper or whatever, because obviously I've never fucking done that. But I get what he's getting at, For myself, when he says like young men, like my first thought is like, I don't know who was like clapping and then like 2 weeks later, like, I guess I'll clap again or something like that. Like when I was younger, I was like, I'm clapping every day, 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so
I thought the same thing. I was like, bro, look, man, once a week, twice, I'm gonna want to fuck every day, especially if it was that easy.
Yeah,
I just, and I got the money. I throw a little 5 bone, like, all right, we good, pop, ready to go, like. That's how I'd feel anyway. I'd want to be clapping every day.
Yeah.
And then the ease of it, I would just be like, but see, I couldn't pay for sex.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. My ego
never will.
My ego's too high. I would sit there and just be like, nah, I can get this shit for free. The fuck am I talking about? Like, I could finesse this. I could talk her into it. Like, my ego's far too high to just sit there and like pay for it. So, but I get it. There's a lot of guys that, they feel they can't do that, but I wanted to get your full.
Yeah, I mean, it would just it makes sense, right? It's like with any service, I guess, if you want to call it that. You know, you don't want to do your own cleaning, you hire a maid. You don't want to do your own cooking, you hire a chef, whatever the case may be. It's just with having a girlfriend, it's more financially cost effective because you just show up and be that dude.
True,
and then they'll inherently do that, versus if you don't want to have the emotional ties and shit like that, you know, then you could hire those services where it's like strictly business or strictly emotions, you know. So I could see where he's getting at, but as far as like being more cost effective, I don't think so, because I mean, first of all, I don't know who the fuck he's what he's talking about with like $500 to $1,000 for a Valentine's Day gift. Like, I'm not spending that.
Well, see, I think he's just going based off of like what women are saying. I don't even think he's like ballparking it or like, I think women are actively going on TikTok or they're actively going on Instagram and they're like, if my boyfriend doesn't get me a gift that is between $500 to $1,000, like, I'm not going to have a great Valentine's Day, or my Valentine's Day is going to be ruined.
Holy
you know
shit.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think he's just going based off of what women are saying, not necessarily like, this is what I think, this is what I, have seen or experienced. I think he just like, this is the consensus of what's kind of going on. And obviously, you've seen it as far as just women are like, I need a guy that makes, $250 to, $500,000 a year, just because she feels that he needs that exorbitant amount of money just to, have a family.
Right.
And it's like, niggas are doing it on not even a third of that. And it's like, a lot of, families are happy and able to do it, off 60 to 90K. It's like, it's all up to just, how happy are you with your guy?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I think with that, it was more of just, that's what he's seen from the dating marketplace. And I'm sure even he was just like, that's fucking insane. And probably even fueled this video even more.
Right.
Like, bitches is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I couldn't get behind it because what he's talking about is spending about $1,000 or even more, right? Because he said every now and then you might take her out just so that way you can get like minor sneak peek girlfriend activities, but she knows that she's not really the girlfriend. So like you're spending $1,000+ a month for used coochie, like wore out coochie and. Fucking, I mean, eventually she might just not even like your ass anyways. Like you're taking up too much of her time. Yeah. And then she's like, you know what? Like, even though you pay me for my service, you just take up too much of my time, and I'm not really fucking with that.
And see, that's why I would never pay. Because, there's this argument, and I know I'm going to get this in the comments. Dudes sit there and they say, but you're already paying regardless. Yeah. Okay, but when it comes to the sex, it is different. If I take a girl out and I pay for a dinner, say I spend the same amount that I would pay for a hooker. So say a hooker's $200.
Right.
All right, I don't know where hookers are for $200, but let's just say they are. And I take a girl out on a date and spend $200. Now, if I take a girl out on a date and I spend $200 and I take her home, bro, she's gonna be like moaning my name and like all about it. Like coochie's gonna be wetter, everything's gonna be better. But if you just pay a bitch $200, she's just gonna lay there starfish style till I'm done. And you know what I mean? And that's it. And I'm just like, bro, you pay for the quality of sex that you want to have. Like if you're gonna pay, it's like brands, if you will. Okay. Right. So like there are certain brands of clothing that you're kind of just you're paying for the brand. If I'm being real with you, if you're gonna go buy a shirt that is like $10, or you're gonna buy a shirt that's $100, but it's because the $100 is tied, to a high end brand or whatever. What are you really spending that extra $90 on? You're spending it on the brand. Yeah. So that way when people see you, they're like, oh shit, you got a Gucci, Chanel, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what you spent the extra $90 on. For me, I look at it like I'm going to spend my $200 on this bitch being sopping wet and fucking moaning my name, instead of spending that same amount of money and just getting a starfish ass bitch who's just going to lay there, you done yet? You know, like that.
Yeah,
that would
that's
hit.
valid.
That would hit my ego. Like, oh. You know? I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I never sit there and tell dudes, nah, don't ever, get hookers or whatever. I'd be like, dude, if you're gonna pay to play, do your thing, do what you want to do. But I just know, me personally, I could never.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where like you just pay for what you want out of the situation. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
with anything, right? You can get like bottom of the barrel WSS shoes, and they fall apart within a couple months.
Yeah.
Or you can go to like Famous Footwear or like an actual store like Vans, whatever the case may be, and then those shoes last a lot longer. Yeah, because I know I still wear the same Vans for like fucking years at a time. And then you can go like top like Louis, Gucci, whatever the case may be, and get those types of shoes where like you said, everyone knows like, oh yeah, dude, like that's like a Gucci shoe and whatnot. And like from there, it's just you basically pay for whatever you get. Even up there in like the branding world, sometimes the quality's not always there.
Yeah.
But at least you fucking are sporting some real like name brand shit, I guess. So
now, could you personally pay for a hooker?
no, never.
Why couldn't you pay for?
Because that's the thing, like there's for me, there's not enough reward in the system of like I have to go out, I have to find her, I have to select the right one, I have to find a location, like, and then like all the like all the logistics are just not worth it when I could just like, I don't fucking know, dude. Like I could either like go to like my local coffee shop, and because I mean it's not uncommon to find a bad barista or something like that. You know what I mean? Or like every store has like their gem that's just like walking around, so like it's not hard to fucking, I would say, find like a real woman in real life, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't just for me that's just too much of a waste of money, you know what I mean? And then the logistics, what I get out of it is not really worth my time,
So if the logistics were right, would you?
Like you're talking like
if it's just set up for you, like this guy just came out of nowhere and he was just like, hey Rigga, I got you a hotel room, here's the key to it, here's some money, there's a whore up there, go do your thing, pimp.
Oh my god.
If the logistics were just taken care of, would you do it?
You're talking about, so like basically it was just like free, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It was just fucking.
He's like, here's the hotel room, here's some money for her at the end, and then you go up there, she's waiting for you, get it done, pimp.
I don't even think I could trust that though, because I'd be like, why does this man want me so bad to fuck one of his hookers? You know what I mean? Like he's like so excited, like, yes, I can't wait for you. Like he's paying me to fuck her, like, you know what I mean? Like I don't even and that's where like my bells and whistles would go off in my head when I'm like, I don't even trust this. You know what I mean? So I probably still wouldn't even do it. Yeah,
I would just take his money and leave.
I don't even know about that, dude. Like, he might be like, you know what? There's that motherfucker that took my money.
Yeah, he's just like, no, give my shit back.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh man. Yeah, dude.
I don't know, dude. I don't think I could do it. It's just
dude. I like I said, it's my ego, bro. I couldn't do it because of my ego. My ego is just far too big when it comes to that shit. When it comes to just like courting women and the gift of the gab and being able to talk to them, I talk about it all the time on this show. That I'm just like, that I'm Himothy, man. Like talking to women is easy. It's not hard. People make it overly difficult for no stupid reason, but that's their own reasoning, whatever. But yeah, man, I look at it like I can talk to women, so it's not that hard. And like you said, you can just go out and meet them.
Yeah,
it's not hard to walk up and, hey, hi, how are you? My name is so and so, and they're not with it. You just walk away.
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah. All right. Before we get into our next video, I want to preface it with like, I guess, a few questions, maybe just one question. I don't know. In courting a girl, what are your non-negotiables? Like you're like, if she has this on her phone, or if she does this, or whatever it is, you're non-negotiable. What is something you're just like, you meet a girl and you're like talking to her, everything is good. You see that one thing, you're like, done. She done.
Definitely hygiene for sure. If I look at you and so like there's a difference between like getting ready and like hygiene, you know what I mean? Like if I talk to you and like your breath hits me in my fucking face, then I'm like, all right, bro, like you got to get out of here. Okay. Or like your clothes are dirty as fuck, like unkept, you know what I mean? Okay. I'm like, dude, like, you know, if you can't take the time to wash your clothes, granted, I understand everyone's situation's different, right? Like, you know, some people logistically are at different points in their life. However, right, if like all the time constantly, like you can't get yourself ready or like your hair is messed up or you stink or something like that, that's my number one non-negotiable for myself, you know what I mean?
Is there anything like a certain app or a certain like thing maybe on their phone or just thing that they're into or social media in general? Is any of that like for example, me, I've said it many times on the show, Snapchat. If a girl has Snapchat on her phone, I'm not fucking with you. I'm excommunicated. You're done. I'll probably keep you around, you know, to have sex with you and whatever. I'll just, you know, I'll be a dick like that. But just because at that point, I'm just like, nah, I can't trust you. I'm good. Is there anything like that is a non-negotiable for you?
So I would say Snapchat, but not inherently just Snapchat, right? Okay. It's a high snap score, right? Where you definitely have been having lots and lots and lots and lots of conversations, like multiple streaks, shit like that. Then I'm like, all right, bro, like, because I mean, I can't say inherently Snapchat because I've known women with Snapchat and like it's just, even for myself, like it's easier to take videos with Snapchat and save them and record them that way versus like trying to go to my camera app and shit like that and then like sharing and stuff like that. But a high snap score for sure.
Okay.
Poor attention span because of social media, right? Like if you can't focus on what I'm saying or you only talk about like social media shit like that, or like you're always bringing up what the fuck someone else said because of social media, then I'm like, all right, dude, like, yeah, I'm not fucking with this. You know what I mean?
Okay, I feel you.
Because you're too worried about other people's lives, other people's situations. Too worried about like the social media space instead of staying present. Yeah. And for me, that's like all right, bro, like we gotta, you know, I still deal with it now, but like it's just one of those things where like when I'm talking to you, if like 2 sentences or more breaks your focus where you can't stay engaged, then it pisses me off. You know what I mean?
100%. Okay, so in this next video, I'll let it play. And then I'll make sure to kind of narrate the video for the audio listeners, so that because obviously they can't see the video. But yeah, so we'll play the video and then I'll narrate it for the audio listeners, and then we'll get your thoughts and things on it. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, so let's move you guys on over. This is why. All right. So for the audio listeners, pretty much what she was doing is going through her long list of dudes that she's talking to on Snapchat. She had probably, when I counted it last time, it was like 14, 15 dudes that she was just clicking through. Just boom, 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 scroll, boom, 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 scroll, boom, 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 scroll. Like, that for me is the reason why I won't fuck with a girl who has Snapchat. I won't fucking do it because of that shit right there. And I'm just like, when I saw this video, a supporter obviously sent in these videos, and a supporter sent in this video to me pretty much being like, I would hear you all the time saying that you wouldn't date a girl with a Snapchat, and I see why now. And I'm like, facts. Now you see, my son. This right here is why it is considered a non-negotiable for me, is why I don't fuck with it. I'm just like, nope. Because, yeah, are there girls that don't have 15 dudes in their fucking Snapchat? 100%. 100%. I'm not saying that they don't. But they do. And I rather not take that chance. Just rather not. But what are your thoughts on what you just saw?
Yeah, so I think the numbers that you're getting at are a little bit low. It looks like she has about 50 dudes in her fucking Snapchat. And that's where I just checked my Snap score. That's why I was like, it's different because, so I've had my Snapchat for 13 years.
Okay.
Or 13, 14 years.
Yeah.
And my Snap score is 32,000, right?
Okay.
So
But
there's other people that have like in the millions, fucking millions.
Because I would argue a lot
in
of
less
girls,
time.
I would argue the most average of girls have probably at least 100K.
Right. And so that's also what I'm getting at, where I've met women that have Snap scores under 50, right?
Yeah,
so similar
yeah.
to me. So that's why I'm like, okay, then that means you're not on here every day, fucking multiple times a day, snapping back and forth, doing crazy shit. And that's why I said the Snap score is what would really do it for me.
Oh, okay.
This chick, dude, like, she not even looking, like, if you were to see the video, audio listeners, she not even looking at the pictures that she's clearing. She's just clearing them out so she don't have the notification.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, like,
Come to
1,
YouTube,
2,
guys. Come to
3.
in the description. Go to the link tree. Click on the YouTube. Watch the video. All right, watch the video. I'm telling you guys, watch the video. It's insanity.
And the reason I'm saying the numbers were kind of off is because I'm looking at the screen right now. There's about 10 names on the screen, and she had to scroll like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm getting at, where she has probably like 40, 50 dudes that she's just like click, get off, click, get off, click, get off. You know what I mean? And like at that point, I'm like, what even is the point of that? Like, what do you gain from that much? Like that many pictures on your phone, you know what I mean, or dudes,
talking
or
to that many dudes,
talking to that many dudes, yeah, because they're all dudes. You see them in there; they're all dudes.
Yeah, they're all dudes.
It's not
they're either
women.
taking weird selfies of themselves, or they're like taking pictures of them like half cropped or something like
yeah,
like that.
some shit like that.
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, it's like, bruh, I don't know. Like I said, when the supporter sent me this, and they were like, I see why you don't date girls with Snapchat anymore. I'm just like, facts. I just don't take the chance anymore. I get it. I 100% agree with the whole Snapchat score thing and all that. I get that. But my thing is I'd rather not even take the chance. And before you motherfuckers sit here and try to call me a hypocrite or whatever, no, I don't use Snapchat at all. I don't have Snapchat on my phone. Why? Because I'm just like, I know what that shit breeds, man. I know what happens when niggas are just like, oh yeah, let me get your Snapchat. Oh, your boyfriend ain't gotta know. Nah, man. And then they put it on the whole 24-hour thing where it deletes after 24 hours. And then it's just like, oh, well, there's nothing there. And it's like, come on, man. So yeah, hey.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
she definitely does. Whoever that is, dude. In your
Facts, bro.
fucking Hello Kitty pajamas, Spider-Man fucking blanket, clashing like a motherfucker, bro. Get that shit out of here. Don't have my favorite superhero wrapped around you like that, bro.
Exactly, you whore.
Yeah, she pulling a Mary Jane, and if you don't understand what I'm saying, you gotta watch the original Tobey Maguire fucking Spider-Mans.
Spider-Man 2, baby.
Yeah,
Spider-Man 2.
She fucking god, she was trifling, bro. She was trifling.
Son.
She is the queen of one summer fucking evening, bro.
Yeah. Oh hell nah, man. Yeah. Spider-Man 2, bro. That shit gonna break your heart. It's why he became the Black Spider-Man.
Yeah, even in that one, she was trifling in that one too. She ran out on that dude on her fucking wedding day. Left a note, was like, "One summer evening, idiot." He's over here like tied up and everything. Like, yeah, I can't wait to see my new wife, dude. We've been dating for a while, and she agreed to marry me.
Yeah.
And then someone comes running in with a note, like, "Hey, she just left a note," and this motherfucker's like, "What?
What?
I spent all this money on this wedding, and all you leave is a note? You can't even see me face to face?"
Like, bruh.
One summer evening, I'm telling you, it was a warm summer evening, and in that church, the sun was hitting that man's face. He had a cup of lemonade right there, ready for after the kiss. They were gonna just start sipping, but then he got the fucking letter, and that's why I'm like, bro, yeah, fuck that. But anyways, enough about that. MJ,
yeah,
bitch.
enough about that. But yeah, okay. Woo.
She just makes me mad, bro.
Yeah, hey, I feel it, bro. You guys let us know what you think about those videos in the comments, man. Audio listeners, definitely go and, watch the videos and whatnot. Obviously, the first video, you heard that one. Second video, maybe you want to watch it for more context. That's up to you. Links are in the description to take you to YouTube. But yeah, man. Dude, I really wanted to get your thoughts on that. I'm glad we did. That shit was, oh, geez. Like I said, I saw those videos and I was just like, oh, yeah, we gotta see what's up. All right, we're going to get into today's thread, though. Today's thread is, what's the creepiest thing someone did/said to you on a date?
Jesus.
Oh, man, do you have anything that someone has ever said to you or like that was creepy or weird on a date or no?
Me personally?
Yeah, you personally. I don't
not
think I have anything personally. I'm sure.
Not necessarily, especially because like for me, I'd feel like a lot of women aren't really like creepy inherently, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, sometimes they kind of can be where they like, oh, like I know you're into this, or like, I see you like this, or whatever the case may be, or okay, so I'll say like the creepiest shit that I ever would have like have happened, right? Not would have happened, but like the creepiest shit that I ever experienced was just like women talking about like, yeah, dude, like you were in my dreams, and like it was just like I couldn't get you out of my head, and I'm like, all right, well, now you're weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we've only known each other for 2 days.
Yeah, like why the fuck you telling me you're dreaming about me and shit, dude? What the fuck's wrong with you?
I feel you on that one. Yeah, I mean, the only creepy, if you want to call it, thing that I've ever had is this, them like just going on and on and on about past relationships and exes. Like that's the only thing that I've dealt with that's just creepy or weird, and it's consistent with a lot of girls, and I'm just like, nigga, like, bro, what? Like, come on, man. We're just like,
help me,
yeah,
nigga.
Like, come on, man. What the fuck? So, like, you do you not know we're on a date? And I mean, but that's the only thing that I've ever experienced. But we'll get into our viewers and see what they have had as far as creepy encounters on a date. So, our first one, second date, watched a movie at his apartment. 10 minutes into the movie, he pauses it, turns to me and tells me he's dumped his longtime fiance for me. Oh, shit. The day after our first date, he's in love with me and then asks if I'm ovulating because he wants to start a family with me as soon as possible. I started to laugh because it was so out of nowhere. I assumed he was joking, but he was not. I felt truly afraid of this person, like his whole vibe / demeanor had completely changed. I didn't want to upset him by rushing out of his apartment, so I pretended to be super tired and told him I thought it would be best if I just went home and rested up. So I'd be good to hang out with him the next day. He, thank God, bought it and agreed with me, but asked me for one quick favor before I go. I figured I was about to be murdered, but he just wanted me to take a picture of him in front of his bedroom mirror so he could see how beautiful we looked together. I stood there looking in the mirror with this psycho thinking how in the hell, thinking about how unbelievably stupid he was to be in the situation. As soon as he got the picture, I grabbed my bag and pretty much ran for my life to my car. Facts.
Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help. Get some help, brother. Jesus.
Oh my God, bro. Facts. Bruh, facts. Because, dude, that's some crazy. You can't sit there. That is just what we were saying. That's the guy equivalent of what we were just saying, where it's like, you've known the girl for 2 days and she's like, oh my God, I had a dream about you and I just can't stop thinking about you. And it's just like, bruh, we've been seeing each other and knowing each other for 2 days. What the fuck wrong with you? So yeah, no, I that's some crazy work.
Yeah. I think the problem is I seen it a long time ago and it made a lot of sense. Because I think what a lot of dudes will start doing is they see a woman, they like her, and they start telling themselves a story about that about like them two together, right?
Yeah.
And that's where like the lines for the dude get blurred of what's okay, because in your mind, or in a dude's mind, they've already had these conversations. They've imagined the things going great, like the possibilities being endless, blah, yada, yada, yada. And so for him, he probably was like, yeah, I've talked to her enough to where I understand that if I were to do this in my brain, she would be elated to hear this information, and then we would have family and whatever the case may be. However, you haven't said shit to her, so you're coming out of the blue and like, do you want to have kids?
Yeah.
And then she's like, what the fuck? And then in your mind, she's already said yes. So like, you're just like basically trying to play it out. But
Yeah.
and that's why like he was so stupid. And she was like, yeah, you know what, dude? Like, that actually sounds terrific. I'm going to go rest up so we can have a great time tomorrow. And he was like, oh, dude, I knew she would say yes. Because in his mind, like, that's what was happening the whole time before anything actually played out, right?
Dudes are so like
stupid.
Yeah,
it's dumb.
The word I was looking for was I guess like optimistically, you know, like guys, we just
delusional, maybe.
I wouldn't say so delusional, just because like he could have had that with her if he wouldn't have busted it out so early.
Right.
Think about it. If like 3 to 4 months down the road, he busted out, I love you and I want to have kids with you and stuff, she'd be down for it.
Yeah.
100%. She'd be like, oh my God, yeah, I'm totally down. So that's why I don't think it's delusion, because he could have had what he wanted with her if he would have just waited. But the fact that he did it on like the second date, maybe they knew each other for maybe 1-2 weeks, the fact that he did it that soon kind of let her know like, oh shit, this nigga's weird. And that's what made her run away. So I wouldn't say it's delusion. I would just say it was just over optimistic to the point where it's like you said, he went so far ahead in time. He was already having these conversations with her in his head. He was already like, oh dude, we went to this place and did this, and I said that to her and all this stuff. Yeah, we already had these conversations. That's the weirdest thing about dudes, is like sometimes I used to catch myself doing that back when in my early 20s and stuff like that. When I would see a girl, I'd like her, and we start talking this and that. I'm all in my mind, dude, we're already dating. We've been talking, we've been doing our thing. I've probably done this a few times. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've probably done this shit where the homegirl is just like, I'm like, oh my God. I probably never said I love you, but I probably just pitched it in a way of like, oh yeah, we're together and we're have a future and all this and all that, and she's just like, yo nigga, chill. Chill, what is going on with you, fam? And I'm just sitting there like just cooked. So
God.
You know what I mean? I like I said, I'm sure I've gone through this same thing. I'm not saying that I haven't, but yeah.
No, yeah, and like I said, I totally get it. It's just I don't know. It sounds like he knew of her before, unless like it was like I'm picturing two scenarios where one, he either had a fiance and then was on a dating app and saw her and was like, oh yeah, I'm dumping this chick to go with this dating app chick.
I forgot he had a fiance.
Or they were like friends before and then, or no.
No. I think what he was trying to do is he was trying to port over his save. He was trying to port over his save file to this new girl and be like, yeah, I can just pick up where I left off with my ex with this girl. With my ex, we were already at the point of we love each other. We're having a family. We're getting married, all this stuff. I can just get in with this new girl and just start my save right there. Yeah. And I think that's what he was doing, because I totally forgot. And I'm glad you pick up on these things, because I totally forgot that he said that he had a fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty accurate on that. He restarted the save with his prior perks already picked out, and so he was just like, dude, like he thought his speechcraft would work, but it just didn't work out. And then that's because it sounds like they're new to each other, and that's what I'm not getting is like, what do you mean you left your fiance for her, but she has no idea who you are? This is your second date, and then from there, like you're being hella weird,
Yeah, and that's why, like I said, I think he was just trying to continue
Yeah.
where he left off with his fiance with this new girl, as if like, oh yeah, I can just, you know, save transfer over, and all the memories and everything that I had with my ex or with her. It's kind of what he did in his head. I'm getting it now. You know, and that, you know, that dude where he's like, I understand it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I'm him right now. What happened is all the memories and all of the things, the trips, the dinners, the dates, the I love yous, the sex, everything. What he did is he cut out his ex-fiance's face and pasted this new girl's face in all those memories. That's exactly what he did.
It sounds like that, and 100% whoever wrote in, she definitely dodged a bullet because
100%. 100%, bro.
I really don't think he would have did anything drastic or like evil, but he definitely wouldn't have gave you no space or no shit like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, don't take the risk.
Yeah, definitely do not do that. No,
you never know. So, all right, on to our next one. What is the creepiest thing that someone has said or done to you on a date? He held my face and told me I reminded him of his daughter before he tried to kiss me. Wait, hold on.
What?
Why would he compare you to his daughter? That's mad weird, son.
Yeah.
Is this an underlining thing of he's just like, yeah, when I look at my 16-year-old daughter, I want to fuck the shit out of her, but I can't because that's my daughter, and that would be grape. So instead, I'm just going to date a girl that looks like my daughter, so that way I can just imagine my daughter while I'm doing
That's
you.
insane.
Like
Insane.
think about that, bro. He's literally sitting there just like, oh my God, it's my daughter.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh,
and
God.
she's just like, Daddy, oh, do me.
Jesus. What the fuck? Help.
Yo, man.
Because now I also am like trying to figure out what kind of face grab was it? Was it like a one-handed or was it two-handed?
Yeah,
like,
it was,
let me see.
Was,
you look like my
yeah.
daughter, or was it like a one-handed like? You look like my
true.
daughter,
Might be
because
that
that
one
one's
too.
more aggressive.
Yeah, that's true.
However,
That's crazy.
that's just crazy for him to be like, you remind me of my daughter, and then proceed to then. Yeah, check on his daughter. Send some authorities. You have his information. Send some authorities over there. Let her talk to a therapist. She definitely is in danger. She needs help because I guarantee he probably tried something or said something and was like, he probably said something to his wife like, you know what, like wife, like, would it be weird if I, did our daughter, like, you know what I mean? Just to, like you said, like to see if he could get away with it with like social proof, and then he was like, "Dang, I can't, dude. Like they're on to me. They don't fucking want that." Okay, you know what? Like this chick looks like my daughter. I'll definitely try to. And like we talked about, in his head he played it out where he's like, she looks like my daughter. Yeah. I'm gonna tell her that, and then she's gonna start doing like daughter daddy type shit, and I'll get to live out my fantasy. It's perfect.
Yeah,
literally writes itself.
Homeboy was literally just this is the fantasy I've been waiting for. This is what I need. Bro, cooked him. Cooked, bro. All right.
Yeah, check on the daughter. That man probably should just go to jail.
Facts, bro. Okay.
Especially if she's not even a teenager. If she's younger, yeah, kill him.
Facts, bro.
Get rid of him.
I was being generous and like maybe like 16, whatever. But I don't know, man. It could be younger. These Epstein niggas,
Yeah.
All right.
Ordering 7-year-old pizzas and shit.
Yeah, damn. Yeah. All right. What is the weirdest thing that someone has said or done to you on a date? Went on a date with a guy and had dinner at his place. I feel all these are gonna be dudes, bro.
Yeah.
I really feel like you said at the top of the show. Majority of the time, girls aren't really that weird.
Yeah.
It's really the dudes. I think it's all gonna be dudes in this thread, but we'll see. Hopefully, we can get one girl in here. But
hopefully,
god damn, because right now, bro, we are absolutely just cooked. just hooked. All right. Okay, so went on a date with a guy and had a dinner at his place. After dinner, he leaned in and said, "You want to see something?" He then proceeded to play a video of him, his brother, and his passed out mom, who he said was an alcoholic. The video started with her on the couch, and then they took turns slapping her across the face, saying things like, "Take out the trash, mom."
No.
What? Oh my god. Hold on. I'm not done.
Oh god.
Okay. He then laughed maniacally and looked at me for approval. This went on for a while, and the finale of the video was that he splayed her out across the arm of the chair and put her own fingers down her throat to vomit. What the fuck? I instinctively knew I was in danger and pretended like it was no big deal. Soon after, I made an excuse to go and never saw him again. Bro, what?
Jesus Christ. Okay.
What the fuck? And he's over here just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's funny, right? Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god, bro.
He needs help.
Oh, he needs mad help, bro.
Yeah. His
Stop it. Get some help.
his mom and abused him and his brother, and
Oh,
they were
yeah,
getting their
yeah.
they were getting their revenge.
Emotional,
Yeah, they were getting their revenge, and you know, obviously for him, this is like his way of like expressing his control in the situation.
Yeah,
He was like, you know, I don't know what the fuck he thought was gonna happen. Like that, she'd be like, yeah, dude, I do that with my mom too. Like,
Oh
no,
my god, your mom so fucking deserved that. Oh, you're so hot.
yeah,
Like, I don't get how dudes think women think. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it feels like to me, dudes think if I show her this gruesome weird video of my mom, mind you, like that's his mom. Imagine what he would do to her.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Let's be
exactly.
honest. And she's just gonna be like, oh my god, that is so cool. Like, I can't believe you did that. I would totally join you guys.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no.
It didn't make any sense to me.
There's no woman on planet Earth that would do that. That would say that.
Yeah. So I don't know if it was a first date. I know you said they were on a date together.
Yeah, they just went on a date.
So I would hope this is not. I mean, well, even if it is not a first date, right? On the first date type shit, if you're over here like, oh yeah, wine and diner, and then he's like, you want to see something? And then she's like, yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, what the fuck you talking about? What's going on? And then it's him and his brother absolutely smacking the shit out of his fucking mom.
Bruh.
She's passed out drunk. And that's why I'm like, all right, I get it, right? She was probably a drunk and beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
So they're getting like their revenge and all that bullshit.
And then they Skyrim super later
Yeah.
on the couch.
Oh, God. Yeah.
She was arms and legs out on the couch, and then they, for some reason, put her fingers in her throat to make her vomit. I'm like,
Yeah. They got some issues in there because they're not
Yeah.
really valuing human life, especially
No.
women life. So,
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what would have happened if you got drunk and then he's like, this is my girlfriend, I can just do whatever. And then
yeah, he would have
you're-
raped you.
Yeah, you're done.
Oh, he so would have raped you. There's
And-
no ifs, ands,
yeah.
or buts about it. That
Yeah.
motherfucker would have raped you.
Unfortunately, yeah, dude, it's just
Yeah,
crazy.
bro.
So, yeah.
Ooh,
Thanks
ooh.
for getting out of there.
Oh, 100%. 100%. All right, let's get to our next one. What is the weirdest thing or creepiest thing, that someone has said or done to you on a date? We planned to go to a movie and he instead drove me up the side of a mountain. It was it was after dark and I was secretly freaking out. I kept trying to talk to him, and sometimes he would reply, other times he would just look over at me. But as time went on, he just stared ahead like he was thinking about something really hard. I was a young gay man, and this was not an ideal situation to be in since I'm from the country. I kept trying to talk about my dogs. He wouldn't look at pictures of them. I talked about my dad and my mom, my brothers. I tried to flirt a little, and he wasn't really into it. He drove me to the top of this mountain and all the way back down. I tried to make occasional small talk and humanize myself. I'm 100% sure he was contemplating on ending my life.
Oh,
so
wow.
Two gay dudes picks him up. And he's like, yeah, we're just going to go to a movie. And he's like, a movie sounds fantastic, you know? Give you a little handy J in the dark or whatever gay dudes do.
Oh, my God.
But instead, homie was just like, I got other plans. I'm going to drive you up a fucking mountain. And homie is just like, look at my dogs, and my mom and dad are this and that. And, ooh, you know, you look really hot today. And then dude just gets to the top of the mountain and drives back down. Like, what the fuck?
Jesus. No, yeah. I mean, 100% it does sound pretty accurate because he said they're from the country or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So I could see the dude. I mean, I don't know if they knew about each other beforehand, right? Because, like, now my first thought is, like, dude, was he even really, like, the driver, was he even really gay? Or was this like a ploy to be like, I'm going to get rid of this gay dude? You know what I mean? He's like, I'm going to pretend to be interested.
True.
You come with me, I'll fucking clap you.
He might be like a homophobe type guy.
Yeah.
And be like, I want to fucking, unalive gay people. Like,
Yeah.
fuck them. Da, 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 da.
And I wholeheartedly believe you humanizing yourself. He was like, fuck, dude, I can't do this.
probably
You know
felt
what I mean?
bad, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like gay people, but, this is a human. I'm not going to fucking just kill him and leave him up here in the mountains and shit.
Yeah, that's facts.
Especially because he wasn't saying shit, or he was just like, yeah, like you, dog. All right, yeah, like, I'm not really into that or whatever. Like, whatever. Fucking whatever he said. And then, yeah, that's scary, though. That's insane.
Is terrifying, bro.
Especially because, like, even if you try to escape, you got to run down a mountain.
Yeah.
You got to run down a mountain and hope he doesn't find you in his car and fuck you up.
Or just wait for you at the bottom, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Try to just run you down or perfectly throwing knife you or something. You never know, bro.
Never know. Like, especially because if you get away, he's like, dude, I can't have this gay dude telling me people shit.
I went on a date with a gay dude.
I'm killing him.
Yeah.
He's like, now I'm definitely killing you. You know what I mean? So.
Bro. Hey, we're glad you lived, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, what is the creepiest thing someone has done or said to you on a date that I couldn't leave? Wait.
What did he say?
He said you couldn't. What now? Then proceeded to lock me in his room. All right, this is just getting worse by the sentence. I snuck out of a window and called my friend to pick me up. What?
Jesus.
Yo. Okay.
That's scaring me. That's scaring me.
Yes.
Fuck.
Imagine. Okay. All right. Let's see. I got the address out of the mailbox next door. This is like in 2006, 2007. I stayed on the street until I could see my friend's car approach. I immediately blocked the guy once I got home. Yeah. Hey, you should have called the fucking cops.
Yeah.
You should have called, like, bro,
Yep.
he told me that I couldn't leave and locked me in a room.
Yes.
I had to climb out the window.
Yep.
Bruh.
That's scary too, because like he locked the door and was like, yeah, you're staying here. And then he, I guess, like fell asleep or some shit, or like maybe went to another room where it's like his room and like he tried to keep you there, whatever. And then you had to sneak out without alerting him.
Yeah.
And then also make sure that like you got picked up without him being like, oh shit, she's gone.
Yeah,
and
running
then
outside,
running
trying
out,
to find you.
trying to find you, and then who knows what the fuck would. That's scary. That is some like movie type shit.
Yeah, man.
You need to, and that's what I think. You're right. You should have alerted the authorities in case some other chick did the same thing with like, yeah, you know what, dude? This chick got out through the window. Now I'm making sure the next chick can't get out through the window. Stupid.
I hope you blew him up on MySpace and Facebook at the time, you know, because, bruh, put out a fucking Amber Alert for that nigga because, bruh, that is insanity,
insane,
man.
yeah.
Wow. Just wow, because, bruh, these type of dudes, they, like I said, man, it's always these weird niggas that be fucking it up for us ordinary guys. You know, like, think about it. Say the next day, right? Like how you said, oh, you go to a coffee shop or you go, you know, out in the mall, whatever, and you meet this girl and you're just, you know, you're yourself, you're suave, rugged, like, hey, how's it going? I don't know. Let's say her name's Emily. I don't know. Hey, how, you know, what's your name? Well, my name is Michael, blah, blah. Oh, Emily. And she's just waiting for you to just like fucking kidnap her or some shit.
Yeah.
And you're just like this ordinary chill dude. And she's just like, yeah, so, you know, what's going on? Like, how would you like react, I guess, in that situation, meeting a girl and, you know, she's just extremely like standoffish and cautious and she's just like, oh, hey, you know, oh, da da da, and then like you say somehow you get her out on a date and she tells you this story.
Oh, for there, I'd be like, I mean, one, obviously I'd empathize with that because that's insane, that's scary, you know.
Yeah.
And then two, like if she had like thoughts like that moving forward, I would just, you know, I mean, I like it's one of those things where like I just work all the time and play video games. So like if you think I'm gonna not let you leave my house, like I don't have much going on, you know, like there's not really anything that would like prove what I'm getting at is not I would have really no way to prove that I'm creepy or not creepy. I just do shit, you know what I mean? So like if she was like worried about it, I'd be like, whatever, dude, like, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to be here, you know. I'm definitely not gonna lock you up and like you can't leave, you know what I mean? Because then
like the door's right there.
What, I'm gonna keep you around and just play video games in the room next to you or something? Like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't give I really don't. I wouldn't give a fuck like that. So like,
okay.
And that's what I'm getting at too. Where if she was like standoffish like that, I'd be like, all right, I get it. But at the same time, if this is just gonna be like a headache for me, like, okay, go deal with your trauma. Go do something else, dude. Like, I got you know stuff to do.
True.
So.
I feel you on that one. Yeah, because like I said, I know if I were in that situation, I probably would have just been like, yeah, see, you need therapy, baby girl, and I do not need to be dating you.
Right.
Yeah, man. Because that would be baggage, son.
Yeah.
Like, I would still, you know, sympathize with her and whatnot, you know what I mean? But I'd be like, you need some help.
Yeah.
You need some help. All right, on to our next one. What is the creepiest thing that someone has said or done to you on a date? Sorry, the wrong one. We read that one already. Okay. Thought the worst thing was the food he brought to share on a picnic. Dried up potato, carrots, and Brussels sprouts. He microwaved, no salt, no butter, no seasoning. I broke it off in a public place and he went so cold in conversation it freaked me out. 2 weeks later, found out he had been arrested for 30 plus counts of rape and incest because he assaulted kids with his brother.
What? What?
Yeah, hold on. Let's take it back for a second. So the nigga was like, hey, baby girl, I want to take you out on a picnic. And you're like, ooh, I love that. He opens the picnic basket and it's nothing but microwaved potatoes, carrots, and Brussels sprouts with no seasoning, no sauce, no nothing. This girl probably black. And a white girl talking about sauces and seasonings. Come on now. And then she was just like, yeah, you know what? This ain't for me. I'm good. I'm chilling. Then she sees this nigga on like New York Times or whatever and is just like, mans is just out here graping women with his brother.
Yeah.
30 counts, bruh.
Of incest
30!
and rape.
Yes. 30.
That's insane. And he was like, the Brussels sprouts never fail. And then she broke it off and he was like, mission failed. Dang it. He got the fucking gray screen and everything. Got busted at the top, dude. I was like, fuck.
Oh,
That's
man.
that like
Yeah.
that. Holy shit, dude! Like she like takes the cake on that one because
Bro,
like what the fuck?
You take the top spot of dodge the bullet, like.
And
Bruh.
like that's the thing too, where I originally was like, I did not think it was gonna go that crazy, but
No.
I was like, bro, like he could just be bad at cooking, and he was like making an effort. You know what I mean?
Facts,
Like
facts.
he heated up some vegetables. He knew like Brussels sprouts, carrots, whatever the fuck had like nutritional value. And was like, yeah, she's thin, you know, like I want to, you know, play to her fitness level, shit, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you know, for you to be like, yeah, I broke it off, and then I found out he had 30 counts of grape and incest
Bruh. I
with
mean,
his brother.
dude.
What the what? Wait, hold on. With his brother. So
Oh, take it back.
I don't know if he had. Well, okay, incest is all family, right? So
yeah. Cousins included.
yeah, okay. And I was just like, wait a second, dude. Were they just like fucking each other or something? Like doing? I don't know.
I think that's what led to the 30 counts of grape. If I'm
Yeah,
I think it was
honestly.
a thing where they just were in one of those families where they was just all, you know, clapping each other's cheeks, whatever. So they thought it was normal. They thought it was normal. They're like, yeah,
fuck.
I be fucking my sister all day.
Yeah.
So like, of course I can fuck your sister, and even if she don't want it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to her.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Jesus. It's insane.
Wow, bruh. Hey, I've always said it on this show, and you're going to start to realize this over just being on the show, and you probably have already realized it. I don't know. You could tell me after. The world is so much bigger and vast than just what we see and experience as individuals.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're like everyone in the world that you walk by, that you see, that you don't even know, that you know what I mean? You interact with without interacting with. They all have a story. They all have experiences. They all have things that they've gone through, that they've done, that they've dealt with, etc. And I feel like this podcast is one of those things where it brings all of that to a central point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we all, the listeners, the viewers, us, we all get to kind of experience a bunch of people's life experiences, their own worldviews, all that stuff. Like, that to me is always the craziest thing about this show.
Yeah.
You know?
If you, so it reminds me, there's this book that I read or listened to, right? It's called The Courage to Be Disliked. It talks about how the idea of community, right? Not so much as what we think as like, you know, the people locally around you, but like the sense of universal community where everyone and everything is interconnected through the universe. This I think is a prime example of that. So like if you want more information, read the book. But the idea is basically like, yeah, like you said, you know, like now, right? What was the fucking list of vegetables he brought? Because like, if you're out there and you see someone like bring this shit, like, or you're in a park, you see some people having like a fucking a picnic, and you see like roasted Brussels sprouts, carrot.
Yeah, so diced up potatoes, carrots, and Brussels sprouts that he microwaved.
Yeah, if you see that shit, and then the woman looks, you know, a little concerned or whatever the case may be, or even it's just unseasoned, you might be looking at another 30 count of grape and shit like that. And so it's good that she puts it out there. We spread it more, you know. It's just like more things for people to be aware of.
Yeah,
it
dude.
helps the community be safer because
Facts.
at the end of the day, I don't know. You dice up potatoes and fucking Brussels sprouts and shit, and then you don't season it. You probably are a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, you're probably a fucking psychopath. I mean, real with
Yeah.
you,
I
man.
tried to give him the benefit of the doubt until that whole 30 count shit happened.
Yeah, because I was like, girl, you kind of overreacting. Like, he can't cook, but he's trying.
Yeah,
But then the whole 30 counts thing, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, no. Cooked.
Cooked. Yeah.
Boy is cooked. All right. What is the weirdest thing someone has done or said to you on a date? A guy invited me to come over to see his fish, and they are talented. and and can do tricks. I came over to see these amazing fish, as he said. But as soon as I walked through the door, he said, condom or no condom. I was like, I came here to see your fish. I could leave. Like, what?
Mission failed. We'll get 'em next time.
Dumbass.
Bro, what? So was the fish thing? Okay, that's had to work. Okay, that's had to
True,
have worked.
true.
There's no way that you are doing that and it didn't work at least once.
Yes.
You got a girl that was stupid enough to just be like, condom, why not? And let him do her.
Yeah.
There's no way that this was just his first time doing that shit. If it was, man's got balls.
Yeah.
Man's got fucking balls. Like,
Yeah.
yo, that's crazy.
Damn.
And so, if I'm being real with you, man, yeah, I'm glad you kind of ran from that, because you could have been looking at another man with 30 counts of grape.
Yeah. But my thing is, like, did he really have fish? Or, like, was that just, like, bullshit where he's like, yeah.
You're just like, where's the fish?
Because it had to have been, like, a scenario of, like, this motherfucker, like, yeah, this bitch don't want to come over here and see no fish. She knows what she's coming over here for.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
from there, he was like, condom or no condom. And then she was like, I came for some fish, bro. I'm at it. Like, you know what I mean? But then, like, also, like, did you really go for fish? Because I don't know what kind of hype you can put around, my fish can do whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then you're like,
yeah.
yeah, I guess I'll go look at those.
In facts.
Like, I'm not cutting time out of my life to go see some fish do whatever at your fucking house.
No, unless I know, like, all right, we're going to go see some fish and then I'm going to clap some cheeks.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a girl that's like, oh my God, I have some fish and they're like super interesting, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to be going over there with the pretenses of getting some cheeks. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not about to go out of my way to go see some fish. And that's why I'm like, you know, yeah, there's probably some onus on you too, girl, because, like, why did you go there? You should have known that was his, I would say,
Like weigh in or like whatever.
no, like his, damn, I can't think of the word right now, but just like that was what he was alluding to the entire time. You know what I mean? He's just like, yeah, this is kind of to just get us comfortable, get you over here, and then, you know, we're gonna, this was already like, oh fuck, why am I blanking on the word?
Pre-planned or like what do you mean?
Like this was already like, oh, I remember the fucking word, dude. like this was just, you know what, damn it, dude, I cannot think of the word. I am blanking out so fucking hard right now. It's like if you're gonna go somewhere and you're already knowing like what you're gonna do there.
Yeah, like destined, or I would just say pre-planned, because like that's
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a word for it, and it's probably gonna be like another 5-10 minutes into the video, and I'm gonna be like, oh, this word, found it,
yeah,
whatever. But
I mean, yeah, I don't
you
know.
can say pre-planned. Like,
I don't know. For me, it's like, you know, especially if he's just texting, he's not sending videos, because you can just send a video of the fucking fish.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
doing the thing.
Yeah, doing whatever.
And
so
that's why I think it's a thing where it was, I guess, like you said, pre-planned, where
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you know what we doing.
Yeah.
I'm coming over here to get some of this dick.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, shit. My phone just, like, exploded in my hand just now. So let me get back to the thread and let me find our spot here. Okay. Here we go. What is the weirdest or what is the creepiest thing that someone has done to you / said on a date? He came to pick me up and came in a he came to pick me up and came in while I got my coat. Oh, that's what you were trying to say. He then locked the door and said he was spending the night.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? I couldn't get him to leave. My ex showed up and creepy dude told me to get rid of the person at the door. I told X the situation. He came in and stayed. He went and made himself comfortable in my room and creepy dude finally left. And X probably clapped, bro.
Yeah, most
X
likely.
was just like, I knew this plan was gonna work.
Jesus.
Imagine, bro, if he set her up with this creepy ass.
Oh,
dude.
wow.
He was like, "Yo, my nigga, just go take her out, all right?" And then at the end of the day, go into the house, lock that shit, and just be weird, my nigga. Just be weird as fuck. And then you know she gonna call me. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna just rough you up a little bit. I ain't gonna hurt you, but I'm gonna rough you up a little bit, and then you get the fuck out of here. And then I'm gonna get my girl back. And he's like, all right, fam, let's go. Like, imagine if
That's
that was
wild, yeah.
planned, bro.
That's wild.
Oh,
Holy
man, I'm not
shit.
saying that's what happened, but I'm just saying it could have.
It's convoluted enough, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. For me, that's just like, if it wasn't planned, dudes just need some help.
Facts.
He definitely needs some
Facts,
help.
yeah.
And then, but like you said, right, for the ex to like just pop up out of nowhere, right? Unless
Well,
she
she
like
called him.
she called him.
Yeah, she
Okay.
called the ex.
Okay, yeah, she couldn't think of anyone else, so she was like, "All right, yeah, like I need some help," you know, and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know, it makes sense, you know, that he was just like, "Yeah, just go in there, right? Be a little weird. She gonna call me because she always does,
Yeah,
and then I'll be the hero and I get my girl back, bro, and then we're all square. You ain't even gotta do anything."
We chilling, baby. We chilling. We in there like swimwear.
Yeah, that's
you
insane.
know? Yeah, and then nigga comes picks him up the next morning. He like, I got some cheeks. Oh man, but yeah, okay. Hey, look, we're not trying to make fun of your situation or anything. We're just trying to give you some light into the situation. You never know, that could have happened. Your ex might have set you up. You know what I mean? Niggas ex for a reason. All right, let's be real.
Yeah.
And so yeah, but I mean, you know, at the same time though, dude, don't be inviting niggas into your house, man. Like, that's crazy work. All right. What is the creepiest thing that someone has said or done to you on a date? Tried to guess my race. I am super white with a very Scottish last name, and I thought he was joking, but he spent several minutes talking about how my lips aren't white. When we left the restaurant, he kept trying to lightheartedly talk me into taking a ride with him. I turned him down kindly and kept the mood very light. Right when I thought we were good, I went to wave goodbye, and this guy's face totally charged. That smile dropped off his face and told me, "I know where you live." Then
Perfect.
almost hit me trying to get back out of the parking lot. I have never seen someone change so quickly.
Perfect. I mean, yeah.
Stop it. Get some help.
A lot of these dudes,
Bruh.
I literally I'm like, oh yeah, like these are pretty normal scenarios. Everything seems like, you know, he got turned down, whatever. And then they just go high and right, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the
There's so
fuck?
it starts off so it's like you had me in the first half.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere it's just like nuclear bomb goes off.
Yeah. This man's over here like, yeah, you know, like you're gonna take a ride with me, right? And then she's like, no, and he's like,
I know where you live.
I know exactly where you live.
Like, wait.
Gets into his car, drives off, almost hits her. And you're like,
bro,
wait a second, dude.
And then the whole time he's just like, nah, you're not white. You got some black in there, right? Spanish? Chinese? No, come on. Them
Yeah.
big ass lips on you,
Yeah.
girl. Come on. There ain't no way you ain't got some Ghanan in you. Stop.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck is nigga? She's white.
Yeah, because I was like, that's not inherently creepy. He thinks he knows races or like features and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
There's
Is
a
what
lot
it
of
is.
dudes that think they know eugenics and they know all that
Yeah.
shit. Like, bro, those niggas are weird as fuck. You don't want to date those dudes anyway. Those dudes are mad weird.
I mean,
All
yeah,
right.
clearly, because that motherfucker was like, I know where you live.
Yeah, bro. What the fuck?
The fuck wrong?
Okay. Are you surprised that there hasn't been a alpha male one yet?
Yeah, honestly, I am like the whole
Yeah.
alpha, like whatever
I'm
the
an
fuck.
alpha male. I
Yeah.
am a high value guy.
Yeah.
You should be saying this to me.
Yeah.
Like
I'm surprised that hasn't come up yet. But, yeah.
Right? All right. On to our next one. What is the creepiest thing someone has said or done to you on a date? On our first date, the guy, again, a guy,
God damn it.
told me I look like his mom but prettier, and I should fix my hair just like she does. First and last date.
Bruh.
Fucking family member ones, bro.
Nigga.
That's 3. The
Nigga.
daughter, the fucking grape of 30 counts of grape and incest, and then fucking this one now where he's like, yeah, you know what, dude, you kind of look like mom's. Like,
Bro, that's
let me
weird.
Let me blow out my mom.
Like, look, don't get me wrong. Like, I tend to date a lot of women that have like same, I guess you would say, interests, or their personalities are similar to my mom. Like, I've dated, you know, women that are like that, 100%. But I've never dated a woman where I'm like, oh yeah, you look like my mom. Oh yeah, you remind me of my, like, no, bruh. That's weird as fuck.
Yeah, that's valid.
You know? Yeah, like don't get me wrong, you know, like my mom, you know, she's like silly and a little quirky, she's really sweet, this and that, and I find those kind of traits in women. And but I would never date a woman where I'm like, yo, that looks just like my mom. Yes. I want to put my wiener in that. Fuck.
Yeah.
This got me bricked, baby. Like, no, bruh.
Yeah.
No.
I would throw up.
I couldn't even date a woman who has the same name as my mom. Like, bruh, I couldn't do it. I could not fucking do it, bruh. That'd be weird as shit. Niggas just out here like, yeah. Oh, dude, can you do your hair like my mom?
Yeah, that's wild,
yeah,
friend. Like, please look like my mom. Please,
Yeah,
please,
dude,
please,
like,
please.
Bro, do your hair, please. Just
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
wild. That's insane.
Like, what the fuck, man? Look, like I said, I understand guys finding, you know, traits that are similar to their mom, whatever, because when you're a boy, that's kind of the first traits that you're shown of a woman, and then it's kind of what you associate, you know, like other women outside of your family with, and that's just kind of simple biology.
Right.
Girls do that with their dad. They look at their dad and they find certain irredeemable traits about their dad that they will find in men that they find attractive, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's just simple biology. But it gets mad creepy when it gets to a point where you're like, you look like my mom,
Yeah.
and I want you to look even more like my mom. Oh, so I can fuck you
Yeah, that's
and
insane.
pretend you're my mom.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Because then, like, if they did work out, right? Say he's like, yeah, you look like my mom. Do my hair like your mom. And she's like, okay. And then what? He's just gonna have like a big and a little of his mom, where
Facts.
he does one, and then the other one just is like, oh, you're my son.
He's
So,
over
like,
here just like nutting balls deep in you, saying his mom's name.
Oh God.
Imagine, bro. He just got the nuts hanging out. And he says his mom's name.
Fuck. That's insane. That's insane. I'm scared. I'm frightened.
Yo, bro.
Stop it. Get some
Get
help.
some
Oh
help.
my God, bro. Dude,
Get some help.
are we cooked? Is it a thing where it's
I'm
just-
not cooked.
Where it's just dudes are just cooked, bro?
I'm not. Those dudes, I don't know
Like,
what is wrong with them.
No, I'm kind of like, I'm putting us in that pool as well, just because of how the woman would see us.
Oh, I get
it's
you.
a thing where, like, okay, again, the same scenario. Like, this woman went on this date with this dude, and he's just like, oh yeah, you know, look like my mom, whatever.
And then she's like asking
then
me,
she meets
do I
you.
look like your mom? Please tell me I don't look like your mom.
Exactly. And you're just sitting there like, where the fuck did this come from? It's our first date, and she's just like, oh yeah, you know, the last guy I went on a date with, yeah, he wanted me to dress up and look like his mom and shit like that. So I was wondering if you wanted that too.
Yeah, you just gotta mismatch them and be like, I don't fucking like that. Or is that? Did you do that for him? Like, were you trying to look like his mom? Or
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, even dudes like us, we're normal ass fucking dudes, know how to talk to women, know how to go on a date properly, and not do any of the weird shit that's happened here. But it's like, she would be assuming that right off the bat of meeting you, like, oh, you know, he's attractive, he's cool, but like, when is he gonna ask me to dress like his mom? You know what I mean? Like, bro, she's just waiting for that other shoe to drop.
Oh,
And
God.
it's like, bitch, it ain't ever gonna drop. because I'm not weird like that.
Yeah, it's wild.
But then, you know, you get like 2-3 weeks into talking to her, dating her, seeing her, whatever, and she's just like, so why haven't you asked me to dress like your mom? And you're like,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
bitch, what you talking about?
Yeah, that'd be wild.
What you talking about? Dress like your bitch? What? I would never want you to look like my mom. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I'm saying, like, bro, are we cooked too? Because of these weird niggas?
I don't know. That's wild.
I don't know, bro. But that's going to go ahead and be the end of that thread. There were no women in that thread at all.
Yeah.
It was all dudes.
Damn it, dude.
Oh, bro, that's
Damn
terrible.
It. Yeah, it is terrible.
Fucking terrible, man. All right. You guys let us know what you thought about that thread in the comments, my guys. Well, fucking A, bro. We need to do better, gentlemen. We
Honestly,
really do.
yeah. Stop with the mom. Stop with all your family. Like, if
Man.
a girl, first of all, if you're attracted to family, just go ahead, seek some help.
Facts.
Whether that's medication or ammunition, right? Do us a favor. Stop liking your family.
Yeah, man.
Secondly, don't project that onto women that you find attractive.
Please. Because you're fucking it up for us.
Do not.
You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah, you're
You
fucking it up for everyone.
Yeah,
right?
man. You're
And-
fucking it up for the rest of us, and we ain't trying to have that shit. That's just wild, man. Hey, ladies, PSA, I guess. You know what I mean? This thread was a PSA.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. Well, there was one gay dude in there, so there was a guy in there at least.
Yeah.
But you know, again, it was.
But it wasn't a girl, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't a guy to a girl. But okay. Again, let us know what you think about that thread in the comments. If you have a situation where it was a creepy or weird thing that was done or said to you on a date, let us know down in the comments. We love reading you guys' comments. We love when you guys get a part of the show, all that good stuff. Let's hop to announcements and then we'll get right on into our scenarios. So, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show like these lovely people did for today. If you want to check out some of the Patreon episodes, definitely get on in there, start your free trial, your 7-day free trial, check out the Patreon and all that good stuff. If you want, we did a February free Patreon day episode over there, so you get a little sneak peek of what's going on. Good little hour episode over there, so check that out, see if it's what you like, yada yada, all that good stuff. And yeah, man, join the mission, help us out. Hopefully soon I'll be able to move all the Patreon stuff over to, you know, YouTube membership, and we can have all that stuff over there. We are very, very close to being monetized on YouTube. Still working that out, getting that going. So, you know what I mean? Hopefully by, I would say maybe June-ish, we might have that. We've been moving up in subscribers a lot lately. You know, we're dang near like almost close to 3,000, which is wild to me. You know, thank you guys for all the support. That's
Absolutely.
freaking
Yes.
crazy.
Thank you.
Audio listeners, thank you guys for all the support, all the downloads. You guys coming out every week, showing us, you know, the love. We've been consistent, you know, damn near between like 70 to 100 downloads a day, which is crazy to me. So I do appreciate all that support, man. You guys are absolutely killing the support out there. If you want to support us even more, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. The Rig 4 will have some links pretty soon for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Maybe in the
Next couple weeks, yeah.
Next couple weeks? Okay. All right. So the next couple weeks, you know, we'll have him start plugging some stuff in and all that good stuff for you guys. He's just getting things ready, you know, getting shit going in the background for us. So, in the next couple weeks, we'll have some links for him as well. And yeah, we appreciate all the support. Again, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All that helps out, and it's completely free. Keep downloading the episodes. And without further ado, let's get into our scenarios, baby. Let's get in. It's time for our favorite segment of the show, the doctor's surgery. Ooh, y'all ready? Y'all ready for the doctor in the house? Let's go. All right. Our first one is, am I overreacting for wanting to break up with my boyfriend because he wants to go on vacation?
Interesting.
All right. So I, 23 female, have been with my boyfriend, 29 male, for a month. Damn. That's it? And you already writing into this show? All right, bro. Cooked. I ain't gonna lie to you, bitch. Cooked. Okay. We were friends before we got into a relationship for around 9 months. So y'all only known each other for 10 months. Come on, man. That don't make nothing better. Before we got together, I told him that I am okay with having female friends, but that is a topic I am quite sensitive about due to past experiences. Yesterday, we discussed vacation. During the conversation, he mentioned that in summer, he is going to the U.S. for 2 weeks. We are from Europe. With one of his female friends. He told me they already discussed it before we even got together. At first, I was overwhelmed and didn't know what to say. The day before, I mentioned that I wanted to visit an old friend of mine for one day, and he said that he is uncomfortable with me sleeping there. I think he has double standards, or am I wrong? I thought about the situation and I don't think I can manage it. It's not the fact that I am scared that he will cheat on me, but I think a vacation quite intimate, especially for 2 weeks. I don't want to prohibit anything, but I want to tell him that this is not what I am looking for in a relationship. If we would have been together longer, then I might have been able to deal with it. But now I still don't know if I'm overacting because he never made me feel unloved or that I can't trust him. Besides that, we have a really great and loving relationship and I don't want to lose that. So I don't know. Am I overreacting?
I mean, there's a couple factors in there because, in all honesty, right? So they already planned this trip before anyone started dating, right? So I myself would be like, okay, you can't really get in the way of that because this was already planned. Now, if there's like history for them where they had been like fucking or they had been intimate or whatever, then I could see the issue, right? It doesn't sound like any of that really happened because she's like, oh, there's never really been a reason to mistrust him or like, feel unloved or anything like that. So there's two sides to it, right? Where for yourself, I get it. You don't want a relationship like that, but at the same time, this was something they had already planned for. So like, it's not like a problem or anything like that. It's just you projecting onto them doing stuff. Like I said, unless they already had prior like feelings, intimacy, whatever the case may be, right? If they're completely friends, right, and you find out like they've set boundaries where like they're going together but they sleep in separate rooms or they're not going to be talking to each other late into the night or whatever the case may be, right? If there's clear boundaries, I would say you have nothing to worry about and you're kind of overreacting. But if it's just like arbitrary where it's like, well, I mean, you could also bring it to the fact where we talked about this in, I think, last week's episode, right? Or something like that, where it's like, invite yourself and see what happens, you know?
Oh, true.
Because if that ruins the plans, then it's like, all right, yeah, I feel like there's probably cheating going on there or like a possibility. However, if you do invite yourself and then he's like, yeah, dude, like you just pay for your own ticket or whatever, then like I would say it's no big deal where it's like, oh, I really didn't want to go or like something came up or whatever, because you don't want to just tell him flat out that you were testing him. But yeah, in my opinion, it doesn't, as of right now, I wouldn't say you have anything to really worry about. But then again, your standards are your standards, right? So if you really feel like this is something that's too uncomfortable for you, then like, yeah, do what you got to do. But I don't feel like that's truly necessary in this scenario.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to put the misogyny cap on a little bit here and pretty much just go with the thing of she thinks that there's double standards, and there are. There are double standards, whether people like them or not. It's a thing where we're going to tackle this from the top to the bottom. So before you guys even went, you acknowledged that you were going to go to a guy friend's house and you were going to spend the night there. And you were like, oh, he didn't let me go. And so, but I'm letting him go on this trip. And it's like, men and women are different. Men and women are not the same, and they are not equal when it comes to in the confines of a relationship. And the thing is you going over to that friend's house and wanting to sleep over, well, there's a far less threshold of like it becoming sexual or into sex than it would be for him to go over to the US with, his female friend and all that kind of stuff. Because it's a thing where, for one, A dude don't give a fuck if you got a boyfriend. He gonna still fuck you. It doesn't care if that nigga's your friend or that nigga's his friend or, you know, in the same friend group, whatever. Nah, dude's gonna see the opportunity. He's gonna try to smash. It is what it is. Now, and then, you know, even like in the thread we went over, you know, dudes sometimes don't take no for an answer. You think they're your friend, you know, and they do some fuck shit. Like, in that instance, I feel like no, you shouldn't be wanting to spend the night. Now, if you want to go and hang out for an hour or two, whatever, all right, maybe we can have a conversation about that. But spending the night, no, that's a non-negotiable at that point. But when it comes to like the other way around, where he wants to go to this thing, or this vacation with her and all that kind of stuff, I don't feel as if, because you know the guy better than we do. And you know that he wouldn't do any old weird shit or anything like that. And so him going over there, it's going to be a far higher threshold for anything to happen sexually, romantically, especially if they've already like solidified that they're kind of friends and this and that. Now you can argue, oh, but what about alcohol? And oh, they might, you know, do some drugs and they might get a little inebriated, this and that, whatever, yada, yada. But at the same time, like, it's one of those things where you guys have only been really dating a month. So it's like, would you be surprised if he cheated on you? If I'm being honest with you, like, look, man, I get it. You never felt unloved and you never had any reason and all this kind of stuff. And you really care about him and all this kind of stuff. But you got to understand at the same time, the relationship ain't really been going on for that long. And since it hasn't been going on that long, he might use that to justify what he did. Like, oh man, we only been together for like a month. Oh, this relationship ain't really even been that long, blah, 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 blah. So even if he did do something, he tried to use that justification in it. I'm not saying the justification is correct. I'm just saying that that's what he would do if that happened. If he was able to hit that high threshold and make it sexual with his friend. Now, again, I can see the other arguments too, because I like to look at it from all angles. I'm not just going to be, you know, black and white about it through one lens. I'm going to also look at it as, you know, now what if he meets a girl that is not his friend? Well, then you have the buffer of the friend. The friend ain't gonna sit there and, you know, let a nigga just cheat on you like that. Nah, she's gonna want to, you know, be in there, because a lot of people would sit there, oh, but she might, you know, hide it from her, and she might say, no, she's not. Because that's just not the way women are wired. Women are wired in the way of, like, they see some shit, they want to tell somebody some shit. And even if it's not from the friend, who she tells will probably tell him or tell you. You know what I mean? So, again, I think there's a lot of buffers in this. The threshold is very, very high. Because, for one, she knows of you. Two, they're already established friends. So it'd be very, very hard for, you know, him to make anything romantically happen, because with her, it's going to feel weird. Three, I'm sorry. If he meets another girl that is not the friend, and, you know, they meet at a bar or whatever the case may be, well, you still have the buffer of the friend, because the friend is going to sit there and she's either going to tell you or she's going to tell somebody that will then tell you. Like I said, that's the reason why I think these situations, men and women in the confines of a relationship, are not equal. Because it's a thing where, for you, now let's go to you and your situation. Your situation with your friend and at his house and sleeping over and all that kind of shit. You go over, you guys hang out. Guess what? You guys are in the privacy of his home. There's not a third party or third person there or somebody outside. Homeboy's not going to say anything. Homeboy's going to fuck you and take that shit to the grave. You gonna probably be the one that says something before he does, and even if you do say something, he be like, nah, nigga, I didn't fuck your girl, bro. Please, like, no, we just went to sleep, we just played some video games, went to sleep, nigga. What you talking about, man? You overreacting. So, again, it's like, that's the whole reason why it's like the threshold is a lot lower for you than it is for him when it comes to, like, getting to intimacy with the opposite gender. And that's the reason why I kind of take the stance that I'm taking, as far as like, yeah, for you, yeah, it's hella unacceptable. For him, it's like there's a lot more buffers and things put in place that would keep him in check from not cheating.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to, like I said, there's too much with too little information. And so for myself, right, I agree with the idea where you're like, why are you going over there to sleep over at a dude's house anyways? Like, how they're too old to just be having sleepovers for fun, dude.
Facts,
like, what
bro.
the fuck you mean you're going over there to have a sleepover? Which, though, as well, makes me think, because I don't know. Like, I get what you're saying, right? He's already been friend zoned, so like it's unlikely for the girl to just change her mind because of a trip. But at the same time, they did plan a trip for just the two of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, all right, I don't know how fun you think this bitch is, but like, why are you going there with her just by herself? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you know, like there's not too much that she could offer to the trip. That you couldn't just do by yourself. You know what I mean?
Or with your girl.
Or with your girl, exactly. So
you
it's
know,
like,
and that's why I'm saying it's like, even if he planned this trip to try to have sex with his friend, let's say he did, you know, let's go into like a dream scenario here, all right?
Yeah.
And let's say he did plan this trip, right, to want to have sex with his friend. The threshold is going to be so high because there's going to be so many fucking buffers in the way before he even gets to the sex. It's going to be a thing where, you know, he's going to have to, you know, take her somewhere nice or whatever, get her a little drunk maybe, talk her into it still. And then there's the whole thing of like, even if you do have sex with her, you know, is she going to stay quiet? Because I don't think she is. I don't think she would. She's going to probably feel guilty about it, see you guys together and be like, damn, we fucked, and she don't know about it, and, you know, it was this whole thing.
or jealous.
Or that,
Yeah.
and try to break you guys up. And they're like, look, man, and that's why I'm saying it's like, for him, the threshold is so fucking high for anything to really happen because there's too many buffers that keep his ass in check, bro. And I'm sure he knows that. I don't think he's stupid enough to not realize that, hey, even if I go get a random chick that isn't my friend and try to sleep with her, like, homegirl is going to tell my girl. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way she's not. Like, come on, man. It's just far too obvious. But as far as, like, Thriga was saying, you and your dude friend, that nigga ain't inviting you to sleep over just for a sleepover, nigga.
Yeah.
Come on now. Like, y'all adults.
Yeah.
All right. You guys let us know what you think about that one in the comments. You can call me misogynist in the comments if you like. On to our next one. Am I wrong? Is it normal for your partner to comment on your body hair? Would you say that's normal?
It depends on how long they've been dating, but yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
Oh, okay. All right. I, 18 female, my boyfriend 18 male, makes comments about my hair down there, asking, did you shave that thing? And stuff like that it's not like I have a lot of hair or anything, but it's not completely shaved either. A little hair towards the bottom when I can't really H and I-E. Okay. I think she means reach.
Okay.
Yeah. Explained that to him, but he just gets upset and says that if he can do it, so can I. Is this normal? He has at times even refused to have sex with me if I tell him it's not. It's getting to the point where I don't even want to have sex anymore because I feel like I'm never going to be shaved to his standards. Am I wrong? Nigga needs to nut the fuck up and shave your coochie himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I've done it. Okay, all right. TMI. But, you know, my ex, yeah, I shaved her shit myself. Because she was always just like, oh, I can't get in these areas and oh, I can't do this. And I'm like, all right then. Fuck on your back and let's go. I was up in there being the coochie barber. You know what I mean? I was like, you know, like, bro, if you don't like something, fucking man up and do it yourself. If she can't do it to your liking, then do it to your liking. And if I'm being honest with you, she probably gonna be like, damn, niggas man, bro. You know, she be sitting there. Damn. So, I don't know. Like, that's the only thing I can see as fixing this.
I mean, I guess her question more so is like, is this normal? Where I'm like, I wouldn't say it's normal per se because, I mean, I don't know. I never like talked about it with like any of the dudes I know, you know?
Okay.
I know it's typical for women to be like close shaven or completely bald, but as far as like, is it normal for men to like have that preference? I don't know. Cause for myself, I don't have a preference. So like, I don't really care. So I can't say like it's normal for me or whatever.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So it's something where if it's like really bothering the both of you guys, like just find someone else, dude. Like if he's just gonna be a little boy about it, where like, oh god, I don't want like a single follicle of hair, like, all right, fucking then go find someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, see, my thing is like, look, dude, if you have this preference, then
or I guess if she's okay with like what you said, like shaving. Him shaving her,
or he pays to get her waxed.
Yeah,
like,
something
bro,
like that.
It's a thing where it's like, bro, the onus is really on him. Like, I get
I
get it. The rig is 100% right. That's the question you're asking: is this normal? But for me, I'm like, fuck, is it normal? Fuck if whatever. If a dude wants your coochie to look a certain way, then he should fucking make it happen.
Yeah.
Whether he's in there coochie barbering it up or he's paying $60 to have that thing waxed up.
Yeah.
Now, see, look, for me personally, I used to do that. I used to pay to get my girl waxed all the time because I told her, I was like, I like that. I like when it's, fully smooth, chilling, this and that. She's like, oh, yeah, I like it too, whatever. And so, yeah, I paid for that shit to get done. It was mad expensive. $60 every like 3 months or so, or 4 months, something like that, a couple months. And I was like, yo, this is expensive. I can't fucking afford this. And so then she was just like, oh, well, then why don't you just shave it? And I was like, for sure. And I just coochie barbled it up. And so for me, it's like, dude, as a man, if you want something done, then do it yourself.
Yeah. I concur with that. Like, if you want your woman to work, like, look, be a certain way, right? You should be willing to put in the investment in some form or fashion to assist her with that. If she's open to it, if she wants to do it for you, then like, if she wants to wear whatever, you buy her whatever. If she if you want her to be shaven, then you help with that process, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
He's 18, so like I get why, like, for him he's like, do it yourself, I'm just a little boy, you know what I mean? An actual man would make it happen. Whereas he is just like, I don't want to do none of the work, I just want to enjoy the benefits, and that's young boy shit.
100%.
To answer your question, I don't know if it's normal. The ways to go about it are definitely not the ways he's doing it.
Oh yeah, 100%. And like I said, every guy's gonna be a little different.
Yeah.
I would argue majority of guys are gonna want you to be bald down there. If I'm being real with you, that's just kind of the way they see it in porn. That's the way they see it, in pictures, whatever. And so that's what they're assuming. And they pull down them pants and they see a little tough or whatever. They're just kind of like, I don't know, you know what I mean? And so obviously those are dudes who you're obviously very young, and so you're dealing with guys who ain't really seen real coochies like that. Let's be honest. You haven't seen some nigga, you ain't messed with some niggas that seen some real coochies. For him, I guarantee you, he's only ever seen vagina on a fucking phone screen.
Yeah.
So the fact he's only seen vagina on a phone screen, he's thinking like, oh yeah, every girl looks like that. And then he sees yours, and he's like, what the fuck? Why doesn't it look like on my phone,
Yeah.
And so that you're going to deal with that too, you know what I mean? So you got to understand that majority of guys are like that, especially in your age, like your little generation and everything like that, bro. Porn is rampant. Like when we were kids, bro, we had magazines and we had to fucking, download it off Google. Like, we didn't have the high-speed internet connection like we do now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, we couldn't find porn like that. We were printing boobs out and being like, oh, shit, look it, Like, that was our time. Now this, like, instant gratification type shit, you guys are dealing with a lot more. So you're going to get a lot of guys that are going to just be like, well, why do you have hair down there? What the fuck is going on? So that's why I say... that it is more than likely you're going to find a lot of guys that are going to be like expecting it to be bald, Yeah. All right, on to our next one. You guys let us know what you think about that one in the comments. Am I overreacting for breaking up with my girlfriend for keeping her options open?
No.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
All right, so me, 22 male, long distance girlfriend, 21 female. You're cooked.
Yeah. Yes.
You're mad cooked.
Yep.
Why are we? Look. Okay.
Do we even need to read the rest of the scenario?
That's what I'm saying. Bro. That's what I'm saying.
Oh God, brother.
I'm just
Brother.
like, bro, this has never worked. Now look. Don't get me wrong. I understand meeting a girl, you know. Like, do you remember we used to play PlayStation Home?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes you'd meet a girl on there, you think you have this connection or whatever, you think like, oh, I like this girl, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it ain't fucking real.
Yeah, it's not.
It ain't fucking real. Like, don't get me wrong. We've been there. We've done that. we ain't above it. All right. That's how we know you're cooked, though.
Yeah.
Because we've been there, done that. That's how we know you cooked, fam. Like, and don't get me wrong, we were like 16 when we did that. We weren't fucking 20 doing that.
Yeah, we were not. Yeah.
You know, like, bro, you got to get that shit out your system quick, son, because shit. But that's how we know you cooked, fam.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I'm going to read it just because you sent it in, and I love my supporters, but you're cooked, son. All right. Got together a few months ago after 3 months of being in a situationship. Nigga, you wasn't in no situationship. Come on, bro. We've been having a lot of issues ever since the beginning of the relationship. Not a surprise. Even more so after meeting in real life. Okay.
Oh, okay.
The first thing she did in real life was look through my MacBook search history and messages, but didn't find anything as I have nothing to hide. Ooh. I am not proud of this, but I also ended up looking at some of her messages because I knew something felt off.
Fool.
Oh my God. A girl's phone is dangerous.
Yeah.
As we saw in the video. I saw messages with her friend that she had gone out with this guy from her work who liked her the day after we got together. She had asked me to be committed, and messages of her calling him cute. I confronted her about this, and she explained that because of trauma from her past, she needs to keep her options open with him in case anything happens.
Excellent. Excellent.
Oh, bruh. Oh my God, bro, you're burnt now.
You got options. I'm not one of them.
Facts. Woo! Oh my God, facts.
It's just that simple, brother. But your question is like, did you overreact? I want to hear the rest of the.
Yeah. She said that week after that happened, she then had actually decided in her head to be committed. I wasn't happy because she could have just told me that she didn't want to be together at the time and waited.
Yeah.
I also didn't understand that before I found out about this. She always kept telling me that if she wasn't with me, she would just focus on herself and not talk to anyone.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
Not that this really mattered to me. It's like a contradiction, which was just odd to me. Another thing is she said she did it because it was rushing to be in a relationship a couple weeks before she asked to be together, when at the time I expressed clearly that I was uncomfortable with being in a situationship and doing relationship/couple things, and reassured her that I wasn't rushing anything. Am I overreacting for breaking up over this? Fuck no.
No. Yeah.
Fuck no.
You're
bro.
good, bro. You're good, brother.
100%. You get the stamp of approval from us with
Yeah.
this one. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, because like we said in the beginning, you were cooked. Like the doctor expertly, analyzed. I got options and you're not one of them, bro. That was straight fire.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, son. That was straight fire. Because, bro, it's a thing where she doesn't really look at this relationship like a real relationship because she hadn't seen you in real life yet. Yeah. And I think once she saw you in real life and once you guys had the plans to meet up in real life, that is what made it real for her.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why she did all the shit she was doing, because she looked at it like, oh, this is just some nigga I'm texting, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I like him, but it's not like I'm ever going to see him. It's not like we're ever going to go on dates. It's not like he's ever going to kiss me or touch my butt or anything. So, like, what's the point?
Yeah.
And so then she goes on a date with this guy and it's more real with him and all that kind of stuff. Then she finally meets you and she's like, oh, shit. Oh, okay. Before I leave, hey, yo, Chad, fuck you. Tyrone, fuck you.
Yeah.
She finally wants to be committed because now it's feeling real for her.
Yeah.
You got to understand, bro, for women, if it ain't feeling real, or if it just ain't something that they feel is going anywhere, bro, they're on to the next, fam.
Yeah.
You know, and you kind of got to be the same way. Like a lot of guys, again, they get this thing where they have this one-itis. I talk about it all the time. It's a, pandemic at this point amongst men, is they have this one-itis and they sit there and they deal with all this bullshit in these relationships and they end up staying with the girl. So the fact that you left the girl, bro, hey, you're on your way to recovery from one-itis. You know?
And that's, I feel like that's a great point, because like at the very beginning, you guys were in a weird situationship. You're clearly communicating like, hey, I'm not fucking with this. She's got her Excel spreadsheet up where it's like Tyrone is fucking 8 inches and he's 6'4", and David that I can actually go out with is fucking 6 inches and he's got money, and then fucking Matthew here, he's long distance but he's really, really nice and I feel emotionally safe with him, and you're over here like, it's me and you.
Yep.
That's fucking it, you know? So it's like, I get it. You didn't do anything wrong, brother. Like, you knew what you wanted. You were clear.
Yeah.
And then she's over here fucking creating spider webs and spreadsheets and fucking weighing the options. And like, what past trauma has you like, you know what? I got to have a roster.
Bro, his girl is this girl.
Yeah.
In the video, bro.
She's clearing Snapchat fucking messages.
She is just clearing Snapchat, dude, scrolling.
Yeah.
Clearing Snapchat, dude, scrolling. Like, bro.
And I guarantee when you gave that pushback, she was like, dang, I'm losing one of my options. Fuck, dude, I can't mark him off the list. I am committed to you. I swear. I absolutely swear. Let me just update Tyrone really quick. You know what I mean? Like, I swear I'm committed to you.
Push back a week.
Yeah, let me just push him back a week. I'll spend a little bit more time, get him at ease, and then I'll just reschedule Tyrone and David and fucking, Jack and all of them. So
damn, bro.
You're good, brother. You're gonna find someone else that doesn't play these games, because there's definitely women out there that don't. So it's like.
And find a girl that's not long distance, bro. Find a girl that's actually going to be around your area. Look, I get it. It's hard to meet ladies nowadays. It's hard to meet women nowadays. But if I'm being honest with you, bro, the cold approach is coming back. All right? And I think the cold approach is coming back. Like, look, we're going to put our bifocals and canes on real quick. And our pimp cane shotties. and back in our day, we had to walk up to women and talk to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And court them and all that good shit. Bring that back, my guy. I'm telling you, walk up to some girls, talk to them, be cool, calm, and collected. You don't have to be suave and have pickup lines on his book. Nah, bro, bitches ain't looking for that shit. They want a cool, calm, and collected guy that knows how to have a conversation, lead a conversation, and don't be one of these niggas that thinks like, okay, on your TikTok or your Instagram or whatever, do you ever see like pickup artist content where they walk?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Where they shoot wild shots and shit like that.
No,
yeah.
not even that. They're just trying to have a casual conversation with the girl, maybe get an Instagram, maybe get a number. Whatever.
Yeah, I see that too. Yeah.
Okay. The one thing I have a problem with all of that is
the fridge.
That too.
Oh, okay.
That happens.
All right.
But I'm talking about the main problem is the guy will talk to a girl, right? You know, stop her in the mall, for instance, and be like, hey, I think you're really pretty, blah, blah, blah. Like, what's your name? Oh, my name's so-so. Oh, what ethnicity are you? Oh, I'm this and that. What? No way. Oh, dang. A great conversation. Good guy. Knows what he's doing. Cool, calm, and collected in situation. He's like, let me get your Instagram. And then this is where I'm just like, nigga. What are you doing?
Yeah.
If you're meeting a girl out in the mall, at a coffee shop, at wherever, whatever is going on, okay? Start a date right then and there. Be like, hey, what do you got going on for the rest of the day? Maybe I can go take you to do something. Because look, as we saw in the video, girls' phones are crazy, okay? They got massive amounts of dudes. They constantly got either guys hitting them up on Instagram. They got a bunch of dudes texting them. They have a bunch of dudes in their Snapchat, all that shit. Nigga, you're going to get buried and forgotten that night.
Especially on social media.
Yeah, that night, bro. You ask for the Instagram and you're just like, we following each other. Yeah, you DM her. Nothing.
Yep.
No, that's why for me, when dudes try to sit there and they're like, "Oh yeah, I got her Instagram, I'm in there," I'm like, "You're cooked. You're cooked. What are you talking about?"
Because Tyrone's posting on his story and she's swiping up with hard eyes, and then
Yup.
the fucking list just pushes you down. You're like, hey, what did tomorrow at 8 work? And then it's just pushed all the way down, and then
Bro,
you're cooked.
It's not a flex anymore. Like back in our day, again, by folks and canes out, getting a girl's number, you had her.
Yeah.
That was your girl. If you got her number, bro, that was your girl.
Yeah.
There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That was your girl. You're calling her that night after 6 p.m. when it's free, on the home phone, and you're good. You had her. That was your girl, bruh. She ain't talking to nobody else, nothing like that, because for one, we didn't have phones like that, and then two, we didn't really have internet like that, So it's like, bro, that was your girl. So getting the phone number, yeah, hey, you were the man. You could come back to the homies and be like,
Yeah.
got 7 digits, But nowadays it's like, got 7 digits, stupid, because she already forgot about you, bro.
Yeah.
She's already forgot about you. It's done. It's over. She's just like, that dude was cool. And then by the time she gets home, and she's just like, what the fuck is this dude following me? Oh well, new follower.
Yeah.
And she is on about her day, bro.
Yeah. And
On about her day.
that's like one of those things too, where like some of them are like it's impossible to get the like immediately follow-up date, right? Because obviously if it's like you're out at a club, it's 2 fucking a.m., you're like, oh shit, she's about to get in her Uber, and then you hit her up and like, all right, let me get the Instagram, and then it's like, all right, cool, I get it, right? You might be able to pull out like the brunch lunch type ordeal for the next day, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you're absolutely right. If you are in the mall, it's early in the day, have like a plan, dude, where it's like later on, like I'm about to fucking hit up like this fucking bistro or like this fucking steakhouse or whatever, and then just go with that idea in mind, where like you start chopping it up with her and you're like, oh, like what kind of food you fucking like? Shit, have you been around the corner? No? Yeah, it's gonna change your fucking life. Actually, I'm headed there later today. Let me just fucking, you know what I mean? And then from there,
Damn.
you're fucking you're in there like swimwear, right? You're fucking, she's set up, you're gonna get to know her, and then even if she doesn't show up, whatever the case may be, like, it's a fucking dud way earlier than like, and let's play Instagram tag and fucking, you know what I mean? It's fucking done and over, and then you fucking, all right, next one.
Yeah, exactly. You walk down the mall a little bit more, find another one.
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, what's up? Is she walking by, looking at you, talk to the next girl? Like, yeah bitch. I moved on. Like, you ain't that special. I was gonna take you, but nah.
It's similar in the world of sales, where like you have appointments set up where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna like pitch this dude or whatever. Like, we're supposed to set him up later today, and then from there you're like, but I'm not gonna fucking sit around all day and wait to hope to sell you. You know what I mean? Like,
move to the next house.
I got multiple houses. I got multiple appointments set up just in case, because the quality ones will show themselves, and then that's the ones where I make my real money. Or same thing with like, that's the ones that'll be really worth it, is they actually show up and they care about the date,
Yeah, exactly, man. So look, you know what you need to do. You need to get back on out there, brother. And again, we gave you a little sauce, just a little bit of sauce on how to get back out there. Because like I said, bro, meet girls in your area, bro. Don't stop with this.
Don't do the long distance.
All right, this is gonna be our last scenario for today's episode. If you got this far in the episode and you loved it and enjoyed it, definitely let us know down in the comments. All that good stuff. Again, patreon.com/MileyAssholePodcast. Exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show, like these lovely people did for today. Audio listeners, thank you for all the support. Appreciate you guys so much for downloading the episodes every week and coming back, hanging out with your boys on every Sunday. All that good stuff. And follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All that helps out tremendously. We thank you so much. Let's get into our last one. This one is dating advice. How to keep men interested. All right.
Interesting.
So, 29 female. Never been on a date or in a relationship. The last guy I had even a spark with completely switched up and said no when I asked him on a date. Every guy I ended up meeting only wants sex. I don't coincide. I put up boundaries. I like not having sex too early, trying to go on meaningful dates, etc. But I've never gotten an actual real date. Guys tell me they don't want anything serious, and then when I say I want something real, they leave and end up in a relationship. I know very well that when a man says, I don't want a relationship, they really mean with you. And that goes the other way around. I know women do that too. That just is what it is. But every single guy in my past just wants sex indicates, is just wanting sex indicates an issue with me. Okay, so any women experience this? Any women experience constant singleness? Any men that can offer advice or support? I have a nice body, but I could be skinnier. Maybe Ozempic. Maybe I just have to make myself as conventionally attractive as possible, which isn't much. My skin tone alone makes me not conventionally attractive.
What?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that last part was, but
What the fuck does that mean? Your
Yeah.
skin tone alone.
maybe she's darker. Maybe she's kind of your skin tone,
I mean,
and that might be a turnoff for guys.
I don't fucking know. I mean, if that's what you're getting at, then you're wrong. You're looking at the wrong dudes. But
Yeah.
my first instinct, right, and it's my first thought is you're probably right. You're probably chopped, and that's part of the issue, right? Let me just get that out there, all right? You probably don't look the best. You say your body's pretty nice, but like there's something that you're doing where men are not taking you serious.
That face card ain't passed.
And like you said, like I don't think the goal is just to try to make yourself look as conventionally attractive as possible. I think the goal is you just got to be more interesting and come off as more high value than what you're doing, right? Because within a couple interactions with you, they're probably just determining like this girl's not really worth my time, right? Because there's men that'll fucking drag their balls through broken glass and rusty nails for, you know, even a slither of a chance to fucking talk to a woman.
Yeah,
and
even a mildly attractive one.
yeah, and
Being
that's the
honest.
thing where like you got to just be doing things different, where obviously you look within, and then that looking within changes what happens around you, right? Because you know, gym goers don't go to the gym and fucking get fatter. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Or like you don't go to work and show up and not get paid and stay there forever, right? Like what you do is what affects your environment. It has nothing to do with like the dudes that are around you. It has everything to do with you, right? And so from there, I mean, you say your body's nice, but then you're like maybe Ozempic. That to me does not say your body's nice. You know what I mean? Like
True.
that if you're thinking like I need a weight loss program or like some weight loss supplement or something like that to, you know, that would help and like get my body to actually look really, really nice. I think you're not being honest about what you actually look like, you know? And I understand that may sound fucked up, but at the same time, right? It's one of those things where you're listing out the topics yourself, right? Men aren't taking you serious. They only want you for your body. Every time you tell them like you want something real, they're like, this, you know what I mean? Like this bitch fucking, you know what I mean? Like they get that reaction. And then you're like, I forget what the last thing you said was, but you're not being honest with yourself, right? I mean, look, I'm not going to assume anything really else about you, but at the same time, look at your health, your habits, what you're doing, and then is that someone that like men would be interested in, right? Or are you just thinking like whatever you appear as should be something that, because there will be someone that is interested in you, but like if you're looking for like a general sense, like what are you doing? Like, do you just sit at home all day and then like have the body that you have and then go to work, come home? Like, you know what I mean? Like if there's not anything interesting about you, why would men be interested? Why would anyone be interested, right? You know what I mean? And that's just my opinion on the matter, where it's like, it just sounds like you're probably not interesting, you know?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take a bit of a different approach to it. I think what it is I don't think it really has anything to do with your looks. The reason being is because, like he said, a lot of guys would fucking drag their balls through fucking broken glass to talk to just even an average girl, for being real with you. And you've been able to go on dates and you've been able to talk to guys. So I don't think your looks is really the problem, for being honest with you. Like I get that's a point that she touched on. And so I think you kind of touched on that a little bit, but I don't think her looks are a problem at all. I really think what it is the fact that you do something. I don't know what it is, but there is something that you do, or there is something that you say, or there's something about your personality or whatever, where guys look at it. Like if you're going out on a date with a girl, right? And, you know, you guys are having a cool conversation and you're talking, whatever. And then, you know, we talked about non-negotiables in the beginning of the episode. And she has a trait or says something or is a part of something or does something that is a non-negotiable for you. What a lot of guys are going to do is they're not going to tell you overtly that like, oh yeah, no, I don't want to be with you anymore because of X, Y, and Z. They're just going to be like, ooh, yeah, we throwing this girl in the sex category and she is not getting in a relationship. Now, it can be different for every guy. You know what I mean? It can be different for each guy. You never really know. And that's why I always say that there's this kind of like paradox when it comes to women and dating men. It's like women think that it's their looks. They think it's, you know, outside factors. Or they think it's the guy, or they think it's, you know, I'm not interesting enough and all that kind of stuff. If I'm being honest with you, a lot of guys who are good with women don't care about how interesting you are. For being honest with you, we don't. We really don't give a shit. We just listen to you talk, and that's that. You know, it's in one ear and out the other. We'll retain the information that we need to give replies back to you, and let that be that. Let's be honest. A lot of guys don't find women speaking and talking enjoyable. We just don't. It is just the way it is. It's harsh. I get it, but that's just the male mind in a nutshell, you know, that nobody's really going to tell you. A lot of people are going to sit there and just be like, oh no, I love talking to women. Oh no, I love, you know, being around them all the time. Nah, not really. You don't. Because when you hear one talk and you hear them drone on and all that kind of stuff, you're just like, oh brother. So let's be honest here. I don't think it's a thing of you not being interesting. It's not your looks, nothing like that. I think it's just these certain things that you either say or that you do, or that, you know, just make a guy think like, oh no, I'm good. Or you probably are a little more in the situation of just like, the girl that he's looking to date is more of just like, yeah, man, I want, you know, a submissive, sweet, kind girl, you know, that is going to be there to like, you know, be my partner, be my road dog, help me out with the things that I'm trying to do, and, you know, help me elevate where I'm trying to go. And you're not about that. You're probably like, oh yeah, I got my career and I'm doing this and I'm so focused on that and I got this going on and blah, blah, blah. Like, I want a partner, but I don't really care to have a partner. Like, if you really listen to what women say when they're on a date, bro, they say anything and fucking everything, because they look at it like a guy's not going to push me back. They're not going to say anything about it. They're not going to call me dumb when it is dumb what I said. They're not going to say what I said was stupid, or, you know, what I said was unattractive or whatever. They're not going to say that. They're going to just sit there and they're going to just go look at me like, oh yeah. Oh, you know, I agree. Oh, 100%. Why? Because he wants to fuck. And you already know that. He wants to fuck. But the thing is I guarantee you're probably coming from the lens of like, you know, I'm independent bad bitch, when they're like, I don't want independent bad bitch. I want a girl that is going to be my partner, that is going to be under my wing, that I can, you know, have by my side. And you know, she helps me through life and we become successful together in that way. Because you've seen it on social media. You've seen it on, you know, multiple different platforms, whether it's like John Modern Life Dating, Rollo Tomosity, you know, hell, Andrew Tate. I know a lot of people don't like him, but, you know, he's one of them in there. You see a lot of these guys, they blow up on the internet, and a lot of guys, you know, cling to their ideologies because that's what they're looking for in a woman. It's just a lot of these guys don't really got the balls to fucking say it, let's be honest, because they're sitting there just like, oh yeah, no, your job is so fucking interesting. Oh my God, what you like to do on Saturdays is super interesting. Oh my God, you like to get dressed in the morning? Wow, that's crazy. Because they want to have sex with you instead of like you know, I'm not going to say they're going to be honest with you because they're not. You know, they want to fuck you. But that's what they're thinking. I'm letting you know what they're thinking. I'm letting you peer into their mind of this is how they see you and this is what they think of you. And I guarantee you that you might be exhibiting those traits of like, oh yeah, I got my career and I'm focused on this and I got this going and blah, blah, blah. And the guy's just like, all right, man, I'm good. I don't want that in a woman. And I think that's where it lies, truly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just boils down to like the reason I mentioned looks is because men especially, right? People in general, right? When you're attracted enough, you'll fucking commit to anything.
Oh, 1,000.
Commit to fucking anything, dude.
1,000. And I guarantee you she's not at that point. I think she's attractive enough. You're probably like a 6. So you're like, you're just above average to where guys are like, yeah, I'll take that out on a date. Yeah, I'll have sex with that. But it's not enough in the looks department where they're just like, yeah, nah, I ain't gonna date that.
Yeah, but like that's what I was getting at, where I agree. I feel like it's more so something in your personality. You didn't give too much insight, where you did say you were honest about like you want, you know, something real, or you want to set clear boundaries of not having sex too early, whatever the case may be. But for whatever reason, these men are determining that it's not worth it because whatever you're bringing to the table is just not enough, you know? And so whether that's like the attitude of like, you know, I don't fucking support men, or like fucking I have my own career, I got my own shit, I could take it or leave it if I have a relationship, or whatever the case may be, right? Whatever you're doing is just like setting people off where they're like, all right, well, I mean, what the fuck's the point being here? You know what I mean?
a lot of girls will say that. They're like, oh, I can do this for myself, and I can take it or leave the relationship. Guys don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, if we spun it the other way around, it's just like, oh, bitch, I don't need you here. Like, I can get other bitches and this and that. You're going to sit there and look at the homeboy and be like, then why the fuck am I here?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing then?
Yeah.
So, and that's how they see, you know, that in you. But again, guys are not going to say that. Guys are going to just be quiet about it, and they're going to pretend like, oh, what? Yeah? Oh my God, that's great. Because they want to have sex with you. And you know that. You understand that. Obviously, you put that in the thing. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's the reality of it. Take it or leave it. That's up to you. You know what I mean? If you want to up your looks and all that good stuff, you can take the Rig 4's advice and do that. Or just, you know, I don't find a different approach, I guess. I don't know. Find a more effeminate dude, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's enough context really to really give you the help that you're asking 100%. For.
And that's why I just gave her the male mind and like, hey, this is how we're thinking. These are some scenarios that you might be in, that you might have put yourself in. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, and we just went from that. So, anything else to add to that?
No, I mean, that's pretty much it.
All right, man. That's going to be today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know we did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let us know what you thought about the videos, the thread, as well as all the scenarios we've gone over today, man. And yeah, get a part of the Patreon. Keep downloading the episodes. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. Everything's linked down in the description. In a few weeks, hopefully, we'll have some links for our boy over here. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on Tuesday for another juicy episode. Is there anything you want to say closing out?
No, I mean, just thank you guys for your continued support. I do appreciate all the likes, the follows, you know, sharing us, things of that nature. We try to be as, you know, open and honest and funny for you guys, you know, especially the audio listeners that, you know, they can't see our expressions. You know, they definitely they feel it when they're on their way to work, cleaning, whatever the case may be. 100%, so 100%. You know, my thing is just I just always appreciate you guys. I appreciate being here. I'm glad you guys find some type of entertainment from the doctor, you know.
Yeah, man.
Whatever the case may be. So I'm definitely gonna be trying to I got some stuff in the works for my Instagram, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. I have a few business opportunities for people that might be interested, so that's what I'm working on. But I like I said, you know, I'm very thankful to be here, and I'm glad you guys are finding some entertainment in this.
Oh yeah, man. And you know, as of filming this episode, man, we're 100 subscribers away from 3,000.
Nice.
And that to me is amazing. That is awesome to see that growth so quickly. Again, 2026 has just been a fucking bullet train, dude.
Yeah.
And we hope to keep that support going and keep it moving and grooving. We're going to be here every week, baby. We'll be here all week. All right. We love you guys. We'll see you later. He'll be back on Sunday. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Love you all. Peace.
Peace.